October 13th, 52, on scratch pad paper and starting in pen. Dear sweetheart, how's my darling tonight? What a day this has been. I cut 3 classes going only to genetics. George, Barb, and I had coffee in the Union. George bought everything we ate. We really had a lot of fun, though. Barb asked if we were going to the dance. She is going to ask Cecil to go, but has no winter suit and hates to go to dances in his uniform. George told me afterwards that if Jerry or looks like Ron went, perhaps he and Eddie could go with them, and maybe we could pick Barb up. I told him we would like very much to have them, George and Eddie, with us, but that if either Jerry or Ron were going and he wanted to, it would be nice if we picked Barb up. I told Barb we could all meet at the dance anyway. George insists on getting Eddie some corsage other than the traditional mum in school colors, but I hope I can talk him into following the custom for homecoming dances, but maybe Eddie won't mind either way. I'll find out if an order has to be placed ahead of time for the mum. George tried to tell me Jerry's baby was born 10.5 months after they were married, and that Dee Dee only told him she was pregnant to hook him. But he told me their anniversary, and I counted up, and it didn't come to 10.5, so he shut up. Good for you, Mom. I feel pretty good today. Too good for comfort, really, although my breasts are more sore than ever, and I've had a few pains through the day. Barb told us that one of the fellows went to the psychiatrist for his interview for the education sequence. The psychiatrist asked him if he had any sex problems, and he said no. The psychiatrist then told him, "You must. Everyone has sex problems. George is threatening to tell you in front of everyone at the dance that I said I didn't have any sex problems. So you must be a better man than he thought." For the rest of the morning, anytime anyone said something that could be taken 2 ways, the rest of us said, "Do you have any sex problems?" The party almost got rough, so we all got up and went home. I hope some lady tells the psychiatrist they don't have any sex. In case you're wondering, just counted up and you're ahead of Jack. Barb thinks George has changed quite a bit. The first thing he said to her was, "Barb, remember last year when I told you I knew just the boy for Joyce? Strange, isn't it? Tonight I practiced 1 hour and 20 minutes. I still can't play, but maybe after tomorrow I'll at least be able to do a little technique. You can have George's ID card for the game, as he has to work. Did I tell you I got the little man to come and hang my picture above the desk? It's an organ, quite a beautiful picture. If things keep up financially," they crossed out, "the way they have, I'm going to splurge and rent the organ occasionally at the little church over here. My roommates are cleaning our bedroom, much to my amazement. I'll have to scrub the kitchen or bathroom floor tomorrow. We have another house meeting tonight, so I want to get a bath, some more washing, and a chapter read in Ed Soch. Are you lonesome tonight, sweetheart? I am. I'd take you to bed with me if you were here. Last night I went right to the bed and got quite a bit of sleep. Anyway, I'm not any more sleepy than I ever am. I weighed on your father's scales last evening, and I've lost a few pounds. Must be 'cause I don't get up in time to eat breakfast anymore. There was the need There was the most darling little blonde boy with a little black kitten out in one of the yards today. I almost kidnapped them both. My Xmas vacation starts the 14th of December. That will give me only 3.5 weeks of vacation. I'll probably come back around the 28th or 29th unless something goes uncanny, I think we're just going to say uncanny, like trouble at home. But I'll get my return trip ticket before I leave. Perhaps I can ride back with Dan Baker and save the wayfare anyway. Work was very easy today, luckily because I couldn't keep my mind on a thing all day. All I could think of was you. Sometime I'm going to get used to these Monday emotions. Monday I just sit and long for you. Tuesday I begin to get used to being alone. And Wednesday I start counting the days till Friday, which seems like eternity. Thursday comes and Friday doesn't seem so far away. By the time Friday comes, I can stand anything because I know you'll soon be here. And then I start all over again. The kids moved the furniture around in the bedroom. I hope I can still find my knitting bag and box of soap. Darling, I'm going to leave you now, much as I hate to, as you don't seem so far away when I'm writing to you or when I'm reading your letters. But I really want to get a bath before house meeting. So good night, my love, and goodbye till next time. I love you more than life itself, and I miss you so much. All my love, always, Joyce. And then there's a lot of things underneath that. The first one says, can I take your picture to bed with me tonight? P.S. I just discovered that I have $25.50 saved up. With the $12.50 I spent for books, I guess my job is paying off more than I ever dared believe. I think I'll go down to the bank Friday and put $25 in my account and see about getting the $300 from Gilman. My piano lessons are all that's left to be paid for, and my train fare at Xmas and Xmas presents. So I guess I'll quit worrying about finances for a while. Goodbye again, and I love you lots.